Hi, welcome to Pleasure Sports. Today we're going to take a look at Orca's S3 Triathlon Wetsuit. This is Orca's entry-level wetsuit. It comes in a full length and a sleeveless. The sleeveless is actually identical in construction throughout, except for the fact it doesn't have arms. The women's and the men's versions of both suits are identical in construction, except they're cut a little differently for a woman's body versus a men's body. This one is the wetsuit for women. It's the full suit. And we'll take a look at the features and show you what you're getting for your money. You have a great central buoyancy panel in this wetsuit in the front, and it's 5 millimeters thick, and that's to help give you some lift in the water and optimize your position for your swim. In the shoulders, they thought through and used a thinner neoprene, and that's actually to allow your arms to feel more natural in the wetsuit and to allows you to have more range of motion. You have no seams in the underarms, you have no seams on the shoulders. That again is to maximize the stretch. When a wetsuit has too many seams in critical areas that need a lot of flexibility, it actually limits your range of motion. So this is really great in that it's a seamless construction. New to this wetsuit is the forearm panel. This is actually to increase performance on the catch phase of your stroke. And so when you're actually paddling, this kind of sort of acts like a paddle, and it's a silicone texture that's been laminated on the neoprene. You've got thinner neoprene in the arms again, and that's to maximize comfort. And you've also got a little bit thinner neoprene at the lower leg and around the ankle, and this is to give you a little bit of lift. You have a little bit thicker neoprene in the front, and in the back is to give you more stretch and also decrease your transition time. So this helps you get in and out of the wetsuit a lot quicker with this design. You have a nice laminate on the back of the lower leg near the calf. And what I love about that is sometimes when we're transitioning, this hits the ground and it actually protects the wetsuit. So I thought that was really great as well. In the groin area of the wetsuit, you've got no seams, so you have a nice natural fit. Let's take a look at the back. You've got a nice adjustable collar. You've got a great long zip entry. You've got glide skin around the neck with a roll neck collar, help prevent rashing. Also create a seal so you don't have water pooling into your suit, so that's really great. Some other great features, a place to put your name and a nice place to hang a key if you need that. This is a glued and blind stitched wetsuit, so it was first glued together and then stitched with a blind stitch, which is a watertight seam, and then there was extra reinforcement put on critical seams, and that's the spot taping that you see. Down here in the lower leg, I thought this was a great feature. You've also got some liquid tape over the seams on the internal portion of the wetsuit and in critical areas where you might actually get rashing. So the great thing is they're helping prevent any kind of rashing with our lower leg, with all the activity that we have rubbing against what would have been a thread here, but they actually put the liquid tape. So I thought that was just a nice innovation. So you've got a great wetsuit here at a great price. The neoprenes used in this year's wetsuit were actually neoprenes that in previous seasons were used for intermediate level triathlon wetsuits. So you're getting a much higher quality wetsuit and an entry level. And again, we looked at the women's here, and the men's is identical in construction. It's just a little bit different color graphics, so you can see they're identical. And then the men's sleeveless is the same color, the dark blue, and you can take a look at the back of this sleeveless. They're identical again in construction, except the fact that this doesn't have arms at all. And the women's version matches the same light blue color that we saw in the full suit. And this will give you a view of the wetsuit on the back. So a great wetsuit. If I missed anything, you can learn more about this wetsuit at pleasuresports.com.